Party people.
Yo. TTB, After Dark, episode 35. Trump versus everybody. Hey, it's going down right now on X right now, man. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on that front. Got a couple more things. It's it's March 9th, 2026, for reference and everything. Hope everybody have a good night. I'm a little multitasking too because I'm watching. I watch hockey and everything, so I'm watching a little hockey game. Stars in the Wild, Minnesota Wild, Dallas Stars versus Minnesota Wild. So I'm a little multitasking right now and everything. So y'all know the deal. Like, share, subscribe, man. Hope this is good. This is a good little episode for you. Before I go any further, man, I want to say RP to African Ben Bottom, man. He won the the whole pretty much the holy trinity of hip hop. Grandmaster Flash, Who Herc, and and African Man Bottom, man. He passed on today. To the upper room, and whatnot. But I understand like he had some controversies, through his life and everything. I'm not here to judge that or whatever. I mean, he got some crazy stories, a lot of allegations, but he was a big impact on hip hop. If y'all don't know, I'm a big hip hop fan, hip hop aficionado, and everything. And like he pretty much the break dancing culture, the whole nine. You know, a lot of the just the scene itself, man. Like he put the a lot of the gimmicks with hip hop and stuff. Very influential, like legit. You could name probably 100 acts off top, like foundational acts that African Mabata put on, like with the shows and everything. People was rocking with them, rocking with the whole Zulu Nation type thing. So yeah, man, like classic hip hop and all this that stuff still jams today. Like Planet Rock, man, shit. Like I remember hearing like my cousin them used to do break dance and stuff in the garage back in the Gap and have Planet Rock on and have like a lot of the West Coast electronic electronic music and everything. It to be live, man. That's just the essence of hip hop right there. The whole had the cardboard on the floor. You know what I'm saying? People got the girls got my cousin them got airbrush t-shirts and shit. Yeah, memories, man. So yeah, RP to African and Bottom, man. So so hey, what's up, Jay? So right now, it went down on X today. So I'm gonna start off here. Like it all. I mean, this stuff been like simmering in the back on the background for a minute. Like you can make an argument. It kind of started with when Charlie Kirk got assassinated or whatever. how a lot of people kind of was trying to take up that influence. I'm doing good. Was trying to take up that influence vacuum that Charlie left. So you saw Candace doing. All right, cool. Um, you could Candace was doing her thing with like the theories and everything. I ain't gonna say conspiracy theories because that's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of diminished the situation. But she was running that, she was doing that, talking about like calling people to task and stuff. If you like it or not, that's not my point. That's not what I'm really here for and everything. Oh shit. Oh, okay. But but anyway, then like Tucker been going in on Trump with the whole Iran thing. And shout out to Steven Crowder, right? Steven Crowder said the most. I said this again and again. He said the most reasonable thing, like, "Hey, give 90 days or whatnot. Don't jump the gun on the Iran thing." But like, I want to say Sunday, it was either Sunday or Saturday night. Trump made a tweet about, you know, he was basically talking noise to whoever leading Iran right now, saying, "Hey, you gotta get a deal, or I'm about to do something to you." Typical stuff. Like if y'all follow Trump when it comes to his tweets and stuff, or come in negotiation, he does go the stream, then kind of meet in the middle. He'll go to stream to get the outrage and get you to get other people, not necessarily you, because like with Iran, like it's reports right now like they fighting amongst each other right now because like it's part of it, it's part of RLGC that want to just go out blazing. They don't care, like do whatever we're gonna do. We're gonna be martyrs, and that's what they believe in. Some of them believe in. The other part, like, look, man, I got kids, I got this, I got that. I don't want to go out blazing. So now they fight amongst themselves, and it's all part of negotiation, especially after you did so much damage to that country. And because like, man, Iran is in like the IRGC, they not innocent in none of this. Like they've been on that type of time when it comes. Go look at anything when it comes to like the hijacking of planes back in the gap, like in the 70s and 80s and stuff, when that was real. But actually, 60s, 70s, and 80s when that was big, real big hijacking situation. You know, all pretty much all of the stuff in the war of terror, they were like the IEDs and all that stuff, man, that was coming from Iran. That's like reported fact at this point. So yeah, like Trump is speaking a language to them, and when you speak somebody that think like, hey, people are spinnable in a lot of cases, like in order me keep power, I do whatever I gotta do, and they on that type of time, you gotta meet them where they at. So when you meet them where they at, you get this. You get this from people here because they're not folks not used to that and they don't want to hear that. So here we go.
Compared to existential threat. How do we 25th Amendment is asked?
The problem is to get the 25th Amendment is harder than impeachment. You have to get 2/3 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate.
So what do we do?
Tackle Trump and let him pretend he's president and publicly report that he's going through a health issue and Vance take over. It literally needs to be something like that. It's that bad.
I've known you a long time. You've never called for a internal coup before.
Ever. But that's how dangerous this is. That's how risky it is for the whole world.
Yeah, if I was the Democrats, I'd stop poking Trump and messing with him. That only makes it worse. Like, you guys need to watch out. This isn't a guy acting like he's crazy. This is real.
Well, what's there going to be to take over in 2026 or 2028 if this hits the fan? If we get into it, he's threatening an extinction level event for the people of Iran tomorrow. Does nobody think there'll be any blowback from that if he follows through on that?
So this set Trump off. Them talking about 25th Amendment him. And like at first when I heard this whole situation going on, I thought they were just playing the act pretty much to it kind of further that Trump is kind of unhinged to Iran, not necessarily to anybody else, because everybody else is pretty much like over there. If you've been paying attention to like what the Gulf states are saying and what part of most of the Arab world that matters. I'm not exclude like Lebanon, because Lebanon don't really have Hezbollah running that, and like Egypt and Turkey, and so they pretty much doing their own thing, and like when it comes like Jordan with the bullshit, because like shit they've been attacked. Some of them rockets came to them, like with way back when Iran and Israel going at it, and they don't, what people don't know, Jordan don't really like the Palestinians like that. So man, like people need to know, like in the Arab world and Muslim world, man, and there's a totem pole they go by of like importance, and like the Palestinians in a lot of their minds. And I'm not saying I believe this or anything. I'm just saying from just listening to some of my friends talk about it, they look kind of down on them. They look kind of down on the Yemenis and everything like that for various reasons and whatnot. So over there, they like, hey, Trump finished the job, because like if you're a Gulf state, like Iran attacked all of them when we were attacking them. They went and attacked all of the Gulf states, destroying infrastructure. And a lot of Gulf states, they making a lot of money in tourism. Like that's another reason. Like I believe Egypt isn't really. They not really just trying to jump in anything. But shit, they get a lot of their money from. They didn't even allow Palestinians in Gaza to come in at that time over there during the whole situation with Israel and stuff. They didn't even let them come in. So Egypt on some other shit. Turkey doing their thing. They playing both sides, playing all sides in this case. They gonna be one of the bigger beneficiaries of this whole situation. And it's just a geopolitical like landscape over there. Like, so Trump is speaking what the IRGC, the only language they really understand. Like, hey, you gotta convey to them like, hey, look, man, I'm not killer, but don't push me type of time. And that's what Trump is doing. I mean, a blind man can see that. Now, depending on how your sensibilities, and depend on, because like he never said, hey, I'm gonna use nukes or this and that. Like Putin will yell out nukes all the time if he feel threatened or whatever. Trump doesn't really talk about what he gonna do. He just said, hey, this is some shit about to happen. You keep on playing with me, some shit about to happen. Cause like that's the type, like I said, that's the type of time Trump is on. He rarely like not deliver on what he say he gonna do. So like I said, people really it's almost like they forget how Trump operates. So they overreacting. So with that being said, Trump did a big old, I'm not reading all this, but just basically he went at Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, Megyn Kelly. Like he went in on. Now I don't agree with this part. I don't agree with that. Candace is an attractive woman. No, I mean she might be a bit crazy, a bit esoteric with what she does, but she's an attractive woman. That's just the way it is. I mean, I'm not going. She wouldn't be on TV and have the appeal she have if she was like butt ugly and then. It's just her saying, Trump saying that. I mean, I disagree with that. Now everything else, I'm pretty much like, yeah, he got a point on that. So I read a little bit of this. Yeah, another judge. And this is, he said, breaking. President Trump just verbally violated Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, and Megyn Kelly. Quote unquote, low IQ, stupid people. Nobody cares about them. They're nut jobs, troublemakers. Now, it's crazy. Trump, you know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting me for years. Okay. especially by the fact that they think is wonderful for Iran. See, Tucker been on some other shit, so I'm gonna school them on that. Megan is if she's gonna be if on the foreign policy thing. Candace doing her own little, she playing her own little game and everything. Alex Jones I know Alex Jones. I ain't gonna say I know. I mean, Alex Jones really he don't really like the Altos or anything like that and everything. He questions what our military does. He questions everything going on there. That's his role in that situation. So Tucker, I don't like Tucker's on some other shit. Megan, not really foreign policy wise, you know, she with the domestic and her big thing, all three, they big thing was like the Epstein shit and everything. Which personally, I will care about the Epstein stuff way more if let's say they would have got the whole auto pen situation clarified. That's the big thing. Like I feel like nothing can really be done to whoever in the Epstein files until you get that situated. Because I believe this is just my theory. I believe a lot of people that's on that list and that's redacted or been pardoned for that shit already. That's why they can't really go hard on them. That's just my theory on that. I don't have no full straight up evidence to prove that. It's just the vibe I'm getting. So I accuse it. Stupid people, they know it. Damn. So I have a theory though. All right, dude. You know what? I don't got time for your shit today. Anyway, so I do have a theory, and I have a theory about like blue state Republicans, like ones that that's steady at the like steady there in blue states. They know it's messed up. They just complaining, and they complain like any other like person, any other influencer. I ain't gonna say influencers, like activists from a red state that's doing like pushing it, just being more balance and they delivery. It seemed like they always attack them, and then it's crazy. Like the left was talking about the right being anti-Semitic for years. It's out of nowhere. Like we disagree with some shit they doing or whatever. Oh, you've been anti-Semitic. We disagree with some type of change in the gang. And another thing, it's just this goes on with this. Have you noticed that we just can't enjoy shit anymore? Like, it was a point in time where, like, fandom, like, I could go and talk to people in fandom, right, about book, like a book that's in the fandom, like, oh man, this is a good book. I like this chapter, and whatever. And yeah, we might debate like the merits of like what this character, what his motivations, why he did this and this and that, and we'll have a good dialogue about it. And it's cool. We could probably disagree, agree, but it's never like I'll go straight to that author believes this, so why are you supporting them? You know, it seems like right now we can't just enjoy shit. To me, it's weird. Like right now, I'm speaking in game, and this goes on with the whole Trump thing because like now it seems like all right, we could say, hey, I like Trump economic policy on this matter. You talk to the left, oh, he on Epstein list, which they didn't give a fuck about on Epstein list until he was back in there. You know, so they full of shit. Then here, oh, he getting ran by Israel. He getting ran by. They never said he got ran by Israel until this administration, until like people start feeling some way about Israel. You know, it's like we can't have a conversation anymore. It's kind of freaking me out in that, like, I don't know, man. It's just pay attention to, like, I'm gonna talk about a little music a little later on, but it's something going on with that. It's even in the MAGA, in MAGA, and it's everywhere. Like, we just can't, like, we can't even really communicate the same way since like 4 years ago. It's crazy. Okay, so all right, back to this. They all been thrown off television, lost their shows, and aren't even invited on TV because nobody cares about them. The nut jobs, troublemakers, and will say anything necessary for some free, cheap publicity. Technically, Trump ain't wrong on that. Like, anybody, if you got that type of fan base and stuff, yeah, you trying to get in the algorithm and everything. So, I mean, there's gonna be some sort of grifting when you that big. That's just the crazy thing about it. Now that they think they have some clicks because they have third-rate podcasts, but nobody talks about them, and their views are the opposite of MAGA. Or I wouldn't have. Oh yeah. I wouldn't have. Yeah, because it is weird. Like, again, I think a lot of this was pushed because when Charlie passed away, when he got done in, so it became a vacuum. Because, like, now we're at the top part of the movement where you don't have a unifying voice. Because I think about Rush for the right was a unifying voice for years. Like, everybody rocked with Rush ever since he got his radio show and everything. To me, and really, I always look at Crowder as like the heir apparent of Rush, just because of the how he used characters, how he used comedy to inform and educate on a subject matter. He's pretty good at that, and that's something that Rush was like a master. Like, he was a master of radio. He'll sit up here. He could do, like, personations of somebody. Like, oh man, when he used to do personations of Lindsey Graham back in the Gap, personations of like Bernie Sanders, everybody. Like, he knew how to do that and make it funny, and it would be so good that it would like, he would actually make friends and stuff. It was actually like a reach across the aisle thing, but he never really changed his tune. So, I mean, he showed the way to do it, like how to be true to yourself and your values and everything, and still be able to, like, have that olive branch. Have an olive branch organically. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, all right. Let's see. Nobody talking about it. I'm not going to get on Tucker, man. Tucker is something that I don't know about Tucker anymore, man. Because I used to watch him. I don't know about him anymore. I think something happened. Personally, I don't have no proof of that. It's just the vibe. Perhaps he's yeah, he going in. It's a long post. It's like one of the longest posts he ever did. All right. They're not MAGA, they're losers. They are trying to latch on to MAGA. As president, I could get them on my son anytime I want to. But when they call, I don't return their calls because I'm too busy on the world and the country affairs. And after a few times, they go nasty. They say Marjorie Taylor, yeah. Why you call Marjorie Taylor Brown? Okay. But I no longer care about that stuff. I don't care. So, yeah, he at the point, I feel him on that, like, that little part, because sometimes, yeah, you gotta take whatever he's saying with a little grain of salt. we go on one of these tangents. But that little part, that's telling me like he's going for the gusto, and like y'all either roll me or shit, whatever y'all do, y'all go do it. I'm about this, you know. And this Iran thing is bold as hell. We don't know what type of information he got that pushed this. So look, I'm sticking with what Crowder said and give him to middle to the end of May to really judge this whole Iran thing. So yeah, so hold on, my shit froze. There you go. And people need to remember too. He went at Elon. They were going back and forth, and Elon was said all kinds of crazy stuff. But shit, when Charlie Kirk got done in, they all came together like that. The reality is, man, like let's hypothetically speak this. Make a theory on this. Let's say the Iran thing ends where right after Mother's Day, like it pretty much is done in. It's pretty much only thing they doing is right now is like, you know, they getting back. They pretty much trying to fix things, trying to take stock on what they have and what they don't have. Whoever's like running show, right? And Strait Hormuz is open. Gas get back down to under $2, like 240 or some shit like that, which would be a blessing. And then now you're talking about World Cup. You're talking about NBA playoffs. If y'all watch that, talking about summertime, like, and that see the other part of this. It's the 250th birthday of the United States. So you're gonna have all these little things going on through the summertime, you know, vacation events and shit like that. Are we talking about? Do y'all honestly think these folks gonna still be mad at Trump? Like right now, if we finish the job in Iran right now, and then because like right now they infighting, and my theory about that, like if they already infighting, what happens when you turn the lights off over there? What happened? I mean, when your electricity don't work and you know who to blame and people, you know, that could get real crazy real fast, and that could be the final nail to regime change over there. So man, that whole I really don't think this beef is gonna last the whole year. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna last that long. Just because, okay, where y'all gonna really go? Or I mean, I'm hearing like they trying to push JD Vance to do the 25th Amendment. Why would JD Vance do that if he's gonna be like a presumed front runner next go around? Like him, Rubio, maybe some other people we don't know about, but them are the two main heavy hitters right now. And the GOP got heavy bench. So I don't think he's gonna interfere with none of that shit. He's just gonna play his role and let some shit go down. So I'm gonna play what Don Lucre say. I think that's how you pronounce it.
President Trump just set it off. Lord, I don't want to make this video, man. I don't want to make this video. God knows I don't want to make this video. President Trump just called out what people are calling his biggest supporters. Called out Megyn Kelly. Called out Alex Jones.
Yep.
He called out Candace Owens. He called out Tucker Carlson. Donald Trump is absolutely furious, and he's finally attacked the people. And it's crazy because my YouTube videos has been leading up to this moment. I'm not even making nothing up. I've constantly been saying that the main threat to MAGA right now is really online, but it's the people that's online generating this hate, that's manipulating the few masses, the soccer home moms.
I tell you this, man, like with online discourse, that doesn't on part translate from online to real life is probably the economic side, because people actually feeling that. Then when they read it, that's when they're gonna get the most interactions and shit like that. So yeah, that part works, but overall, just like people talking about the Epstein list, really. If motherfuckers eating, the motherfuckers having going on trips and work, getting maximizing their paycheck or investments or whatever, they don't got time to be talking about no Epstein shit. Now, when they broke, or if this, imagine this, let's say all the Epstein stuff started leaking out, coming out, and it did come out around pandemic time. Oh, Trump in trouble. I mean, he'll be that could, because nobody had any business, everybody was shut down. All they got is time to research shit. Oh yeah, that'd been horrible. Well, like people working, people really not even thinking politics right now. The vast majority of people that vote probably think about voting either the week of or the month of type shit. They're not really thinking about like political stuff unless it's actually directly affecting them. So that's rigged.
At home that's truly trying to fight for justice, that's being manipulated by these people into believing that there's a massive divide in MAGA or that President Trump is doing a bad job. President Trump finally responded, verifies everything I've been saying. It's having an effect.
Yep.
Although we see it's not really affecting voters. I mean, you can even see with James Fishback. He's a great critic of Trump, has a lot of support from Groypers, yet his campaign looks like a fantasy. It's almost impossible for him to win. And that's without me saying if I want him to win or not. It's just the odds aren't there. Now, what would that mean? That would mean that people are extremely radical. They still don't really have a place in America yet. They have more of a place in America than they did before, but there's still no place for them today until you're able to win.
Oh man, and I'm noticing this too, especially in the nerd sphere, like, cause like this the play the left did when they made like a lot of these race changes and everything. Like people think straight. They only think like the people who doesn't benefit from the this narrative been drawn upon. They think only straight white dudes don't really benefit from DEI. That's what a lot of like folks, it's like they say it in Hollywood, and see then when it's associated with something that people like, they start looking at, okay, where else is this associated to? So they start it messes up your psyche in a way where now you thinking every DEI hire has to be like a black chick or a black dude, which it's rarely a straight black dude. It's always like some other shit, because that's just the way it always it's been designed that way. It's a whole big old checkbox thing. So a straight black dude that probably been married, got religious, being, I ain't gonna say being spiritual, being religious, being church and everything, doing everything the right way. They might even get passed up in that DEI situation unless they a veteran or like something of that nature, right? A veteran, or they probably have to say they go a certain way or whatever, which is crazy that you have to tell somebody that. But like that DEI stuff necessarily doesn't help a straight black dude like that. All as much as it does with like other minority groups. So like now, a lot of people just hearing the talking points, they're not really asking, okay, who's all getting affected by this? They're just hearing, hey, I can't get this job because I'm not this and I'm that, and they doing, they're trying to fit it. They doing like struggle session type stuff. If HR stuff. It's crazy right now in some of these jobs. But like that's a disconnect because like a lot of the DEI stuff too, right? In theory, it's supposed to make sure everything all inclusive, but it rarely works that way. So that affects everything. How like a lot of these some of these culture warriors, content creator type, they not even factor in that it that hurts all heterosexual men mostly, unless you like legit got like you're a veteran, which that means you getting some type of tax situation going on that, or like you gotta be something special about you in a lot of these cases. That's rigged.
Elections is kind of irrelevant, is it not? That's how we really make change. Other than that, only change that we're making is that goes in our pockets after we get done telling a message. And that's just not genuine. Trump sees that. These people are sounding off dog whistles. These people are counter posting anything he does. Trump takes down leaders in Iran. Now these leaders are fighting for peace. Trump.
And now to be on like the Tucker and some of the other commentators, right? They've been extra critical every time we're doing some type of foreign affair thing, because you have to understand when they came up during the George W. Bush, maybe even earlier than Tucker case, but they came into pretty much a war footing situation, and then like if you had friends that come back after getting hit by IEDs and all that stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, like, and then the whole forever war thing. See, I don't know if this is gonna be a forever war, just because he's setting them up to be fighting amongst themselves on a lot of stuff. Because like I said, it's a group over there that don't want to negotiate anything, and they want the smoke. So
says he's going to annihilate a civilization. All these people he called said that, oh, Trump's going to use a nuke. He's going to kill everyone. He shouldn't do these things. Ended up saying Trump's chickening out when he decided to give these people mercy.
That's correct. That's crazy juxtaposition too, because like that did happen. Like he basically, all right, you know what? I'm gonna give you a chance. Hey, Pakistan holler at me. They said, hey, give them a chance. I'm gonna go ahead and do it, but don't test me, don't push me, type shit, right? But now the same people that was complaining about the bombing and all this stuff, we better get in another war. They said something different afterwards. It is insane. So it's almost like they doing it for other reasons.
And grace. You see, these people are here to counter signal everything that Trump's doing. And you think it's random that President Trump came off signing off on them people a day after I just made the post on Twitter saying the U.S. government plans to start investigating influencers that's getting paid by foreign countries to turn Americans against Trump and MAGA is coming.
There's a lot of them out there, and that might be a direct shot at Tucker, because I believe he in Bahrain or something like that over there, which is crazy. So hey, we'll see about that.
Gotta mind you, I just posted this like 16 hours ago. 0 Hour posted it originally. I don't believe none of this is random.
Yeah.
I think there's a hammer coming down, and goddamn it, I support it. You can't sit here and influence American citizens to turn against the president of the United States for monetary gain. Now, you can do it out of the kindness of your heart, because thankfully the First Amendment allows it to be so. But when you start doing this treaties and this shit, trying to get us to turn against our allies, at the end of the day, if Iran was to take over the United States, if Iran was to win these wars, if Iran was to somehow push down the United States, and I have to bring this up and reference this because I actively see Americans now pushing for Iran.
Yeah, that's insane. And a lot of that is just because they don't like Israel. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna get on the Israel thing, because like I think a lot of people misreading that. Like if y'all notice, I rarely even discuss what's going on in Israel to a full extent, because like there's some things I do disagree with what they're doing. Like I believe they need to have a Second Amendment if they don't have one. like that October 7th thing. Let's imagine that some Palestinians or somebody, I ain't gonna say anybody parachute in Texas and try to take over that bitch. Nah, we got Second Amendment though, and that's literally what's designed for. You know what I mean? For tyrannical government.
Speaking to someone yesterday, and I said I find it odd that we've been wanting to have freedom of speech forever, to speak out against Jewish people forever. And the moment we get it, we become more radical than ever and actually preying on the downfall of our own country. I've seen Americans on X say they hope America get nuked, nigga.
That's crazy.
That's the end result of allowing what we allow now. Now, am I saying people shouldn't get criticized? Nah, everyone should. But what I'm saying is, now that we focus so hard on removing Jewish protections, it's completely led to what we're seeing, the absolute destruction of our fucking country. It started off on one thing, now it's something else. Now America's a problem.
Yeah, that's
Pay
crazy.
attention to these people. These are the same people that made millions to billions of dollars off Jews.
Hey, Dom got a good point on that. Now the memes of this. Let me turn that out. So somebody made a fucking Star Wars scroll thing with Trump Truth Social shit. So man, we never stop creating over here. I didn't do that, but somebody else did. Shout out, that's hilarious. And now, I mean, they see Melania out there to talk about the Epstein stuff because there's some shit about to go down with that. So she like denied all like what's going on over there. And hold up, she went in detail. I suggest y'all listen. That's too long for this. I'm not gonna even jump on that one. But yeah, Melania, she sounded legit on that. Hold up, I gotta give me some water. My mouth got dry. So when you know what, we had to transition. So this happened in Ontario, California. This dumb motherfucker set the fire up in the Scott's toilet paper warehouse. So if our toilet paper get high, it's because this bitch ass motherfucker right here.
Should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live.
What up, PBE?
But these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live.
And he posted online, man. Dumb man, he deserved everything he get.
All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live.
It's funny though. You talking about pay you enough to live, right? I got a question on that. Who determines maybe if you can't live off that salary, maybe you need another job, maybe you need to move, maybe you need to get a whole new career. Like the job I have now, right? You know, if it wasn't adequate for me to live my life on a good, decent way, have retirement and everything, I'm gonna go look for another job. You know, let the young bucks get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my old. If I had to move around, I don't know, man. Like this whole livable wage thing, like I don't know. He did all this just to go to the penitentiary.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
So with that being said, that's the place. That's the warehouse. That's in Ontario, California. So that one dude created that fire and burned up down that whole warehouse. So because he mad, you know what I mean? Because he mad and everything now, his fellow co-workers not gonna have a job because you know this dude want to be a dickhead and ruin it for everybody. Congratulations, you made everybody pro poor. Because the only thing old dude had to do right is move around. Say, all right, you know what, bet. Let me get me another job. And I don't want to hear no easy for you to say, nah, it's always another job. It's always another opportunity, man. You just gotta go and do it. Yeah, that shit crazy. So another transition. So DJ Akademiks still talking about Kdot, man. And I'm gonna give my commentary because I saw this shit. I hope he don't flag me. But hey, this now his channel, but it's on the X.
Bro, I honestly like, yes, there's a Kendrick factor, right? Like, I think Kendrick took the fun out of music, right? You know, this nigga just came in with a whole lot of like all that woke bullshit. Like, he's like the nigga who just like fucks up the party.
Oh, he's if there's anywhere else but California, I'd be confident that he did arson and he filmed it. That's years. He might die in the penitentiary on that one.
Like, everybody, like, the music stops. Like, what the fuck is this nigga doing, man? He did fuck up the game. I ain't gonna lie, he fucked it up. It's not fun right now. But I will say this, chat. I do believe that music has turned into a passive experience. Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. There was times that I used to be excited. I'm waiting. I'm counting down the moments. It's midnight. I'm about to listen to these songs. Yo, so-and-so is dropping. Oh, new music is out today.
Number one, Kendrick didn't met. First of all, it was fun hearing Kendrick and Drake beef because Kendrick was dropping everything. And he had it all lined up so perfectly and everything. And then Gen Next, man, like that's a fun album. That's a fun album to listen to. It inspired other artists to do similar things, which is cool. So when you say it ain't fun, like that Big X Plug, his label compliment, you know. I think they call it like his group album or whatever. That shit hit too, man. Like 6WA, man, hit. That shit is fire for real. But like, there's a lot of music out here. If you just get off the Drake shit and just go and find some new music, you'll be good. But like, there's a whole bunch of music out here, man. You just can't be lazy. Fuck. Oh man, he almost scored goal on that shit.
Hey, bruh. Now when new music come out, nigga, I'm like, man, nigga, it might go like 4 or 5 days without me listening to it. There's no more need. There's no more like, it's not like an event to listen to music anymore. It's more like,
what chance you gotta do with that? Because honestly, true, but I think that'd be an event. If Drake came out right now, that's gonna be an event. If Wayne came out with a mixtape out of nowhere, just throw a mixtape out there, that's gonna be an event. Trying to think of there's so many new artists now. like the game will change so much. Like there's no unifying. It's no unifying. Man, I'm getting distracted. It's not like a unifying like sound anymore, or anything like that. Like I think Kdot probably one of the last rappers that's gonna have that type of thing where everybody is hinged on anytime he drop new music out there. Because like even people, see, he ain't even giving Baby King in love or J. Cole in the love saying that shit. So it look crazy.
Yo, you heard that shit? Oh, word is hot? Or like even some songs come out, like you might hear somebody else played, or you might be like, yo, damn, what song is that? And then you might listen to it, but like music is passive.
A lot of that is the lack of good production. That like the production side is the production side of music, writing side of like the TV shows and stuff like that. Them the two, and it's funny how closely they are like aligned with each other. You know what I mean? Like, so I mean, it might be lack of just quality music out right now. There's nothing really just gonna jump out and get you other than like if you just happen to stumble across it. You can't really be lazy on like what you listening to and stuff.
I'm gonna blame streams a little bit for that. You know why?
Definitely.
When people is streaming, like when I mean streams, like say me live streaming, I feel like a lot of people these days, bro, they're tuned into other shit, man. Like they're tuned into other shit. So music is something in the background more than it's the main event these days. And musicians have even turned into the like background folks, where it's like, okay, say you're watching, obviously Kai don't really stream like that no more, but like say you're watching anybody and you see a rapper, it's like the rapper is just kind of there. Not everybody's at the stream to see the rapper. And I think that's the main.
All right. On that part, I think what gives Kdot that mystique and everything, he speaks his mind, and in a few instances you hear him off like the mic or whatever, and he go and mind his own business till he's ready to drop something again. So yeah, I think a lot of these artists made themselves, they're not really looking at it as an art form. They're looking at it as like a place to get popular, to go to the next level. And that's part of what Akademiks is hearing. And that part I will agree with him on. Like, nobody really taking the music seriously like that. I'm on my last three. Well, my last big story. And let's talk about Canada being Canada. Wait, no pun intended on this. No pun intended. You'll know why. Well, no pun intended.
We now return to the Transformers.
We will not let fear win. A world without trans people has never existed. A world without drag has never existed, and it never will. Queer people have always been here amongst us. They are our coworkers. They are our brothers, our sisters. They are our mothers, our fathers. They are our families. Drag is art. Drag is culture. Drag is educational. Drag is creative. Drag is comedy, but drag is not a crime. My name is Scarlett Bobo, and thank you so much for your time. We will not.
All right. So you can always count on PsyUp Anime to tell us what's really going on.
MMIWG2 SLGBTQQIA plus. MIWG2
Missing and murdered indigenous women, girls, and two-spirit, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, questioning, intersex, and asexual.
Why she? I'm gonna show you who she look like. Hold on, let me go find it. All right. Let's go back a little bit. Let's see. See that? This is a character named Lady Deathstrike. She on that. This is one of Wolverine's ex-girlfriends. So Lady Deathstrike. That and that. That's hilarious. So yeah, they got new alphabet soup. And you got this.
JD, if you spell this word correctly, you will be crowned this year's Scripps National Spelling Bee Champion. The word is Meathwig 2 Slug Buck E plus.
Can you give me the country of origin, please?
Yes, of course. The country of origin is none other than Canada.
Can you give me the definition, please?
A single word used to describe every minority group ever conceived, including several that are still pending approval.
Yeah, approval.
Big 2 Slug Buck E plus. Can you use it in a sentence?
You are not a member of the Maywig 2 Slug QQEA plus community, therefore we will not be hiring you for this position.
Wig 2 Slug EA plus. MMIWG 2 SLGBT QQIA plus.
That is correct. You are this year's National Spelling Bee Champion. Congratulations.
Stupid. So basically they call that the strong password community now. That's a joke going around Phoenix. The strong, when you generate that strong password. Ooh. Let me go back and see. Hold up. Let's see. I'm check. Somebody said something to me on X. Man, sleep is catching up with me. I can't find it. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, it's an album. So yeah, I'm about to finish watching. It's a hockey game, and that's pretty much all I got tonight. Other than I think a lot of Trump stuff, all that stuff is gonna be resolved. Probably when this war resolved, but that's pretty much all I got. So y'all like, share, subscribe, man. I appreciate everybody showing up. PB, shit. Angelo, man, he came in, trying to start some shit, but you know, he got done up out of here. So yeah, till next time.